Welcome, I'm Reddit Reader, and today we're going to go over the subreddit r/Entitledparents, where an entitled mother tries to kill OP over him deleting his own homework assignment. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this bumpy ride. Our first post comes from xgirly789. So I sold wedding dresses on and off for 5 years. I have a ton of stories. This one is one of the worst though. Yes, it will seem fake because it's so outlandish, but I assure you it's not. This is an old story about 1.5 years ago before I retired. So at this point, I was about 2 months from leaving, as I was entering my senior year of college. I have 2 young daughters and a really crappy family and in-laws. At this point, I have seen it all, but have run into 2 bridezillas in my 5 years. It's mostly the mother of brides that are awful. So to set the scene, bride had come in about a month prior and picked out her dream dress. The mother of the bride, aka entitled mother, was in to pick out her dress. Normal appointments for mother of brides are about an hour. 3 hours later, nothing has worked. The mother of the bride, I'm really disappointed in your lack of options. Nothing is fancy enough for bride's wedding. Don't you know what you're doing? Me, I'm sorry, miss, but I've shown you everything that your daughter has recommended in every color that you can get. But it's really my day. I'm the mother of bride. I need to look the best. Me, remember that I have an end date soon. No, it's for bride. She's supposed to look the best. You had your time to shine. This is not about you. Well, aren't you a little jerk? I want to speak to your manager. Great. I'll go get her. I fill my manager in on the situation. At this point, the mother of the bride has walked over to the wedding dresses. Manager. How can I help you? First, you can start by firing your employee. Then you can tell me which of these wedding dresses I can order in blue. We don't have any dresses you can order in blue. But you must accommodate me. It's my wedding. I must look the best. It's actually the bride's wedding. Why don't you come back with your daughter and we can help you find another dress? No, this is my wedding. I want this dress and I want it for free for my inconvenience. That's an 1800 ball gown. I'm not giving it to you for free. At this point, I snuck off to call the bride. I'm loyal. I had no qualms telling her about what's going on. The bride was mortified. She wanted her mom to get out, so she raced over. Bride, Mom, stop this. We talked about this. I raised you. I get to wear whatever I want and they will pay for it. No, you don't. If this keeps up, you won't even be invited to the wedding. I have come back at this point. I realize the mother of the bride is holding an identical copy of her kid's dress. You little jerk! How dare you! She throws a ball gun at my head and comes after me. My manager body checks her. We call the police and the mother of the bride is escorted out with charges. The bride apologized. She comes in after the wedding and says her mom wasn't invited and she now has a restraining order against her. I have so many of these stories. For all of you that don't know, I have been married and divorced at the ripe old age of 26. I don't know what gets into women during weddings. They just go crazy. Like, they could be the sweetest, most caring person, but during the wedding planning, they go crazy. I mean, honestly, I'll be happy if I never get married again, or if I do, it'll just be a simple, small courthouse wedding where there is absolutely no stress. Our next post comes from Crook99. The usual I'm on noble jargon, yada yada. This happened about 20 minutes ago. So, some backstory. If anyone has read my last post, my dad is in a wheelchair and I'm his attendant most of the time when he's out and about. When we go shopping, we usually bus to where we're going and take an Uber XL home. The XL fits his chair in the back and the groceries. So I'm sitting outside with my dad just browsing Reddit and looking to see when our driver will get here. As he's pulling up, entitled mother with good kid in tow barges past us and gets into the Uber. Uber driver, pardon me, are you Crook99? Entitled mother, it doesn't matter who I am. You are driving me where I need to go. You are a taxi. Ma'am, I drive for Uber. My fare is Crook 99. If you aren't them, please get out. I opened the door that entitled mother got in. Ma'am, can you please get out? I ordered this Uber for my dad and I. It's just a taxi. Order another one, you brat. This Uber has my address set as the destination and my card set to pay. I will not pay for you to go wherever you need to. So get out before I make you. Are you threatening me, you runt? No, I'm saying that I can and will call the cops if need be. Dad, get out of the effing car, you dumb jerk. Oh, what are you gonna do, you cripple? Talk about my dad like that again and I will hurt you. That's not a threat, that's a promise. Uber driver realizes that something may happen and calls the police, but I hush him as I have a plan. After about 10 minutes of back and forth, the police arrive and I step back as she claims I assaulted her. The driver takes her side. Police. Ma'am, you need to get out. This is not your ride. If you touch me, I will punch your effing teeth in. The police grabs entitled mother and puts her in cuffs for threatening an officer. Entitled mother struggles as she tries to resist. Eventually, her and good kid, who was quiet the entire time, are escorted away. I load my dad into the Uber and we go home. When we got home, the driver was going to waive the charge because of what happened, but we told him no and gave him a really good tip. Dad and I are still laughing as I write this. When will entitled people learn? You don't mess with people who have disabilities, especially obvious ones, like being in a wheelchair. No matter what happens, 9 out of 10 times, they're gonna side with the person in the wheelchair. Especially if you're taking their Uber ride. So just go by the golden rule of treat everyone with respect so you don't end up on Reddit and YouTube. Our next post comes from Gecko87. I have Computer Science 10. It's a class in high school in Canada that I took in grade 10. You'll learn to program in Python and other stuff. So you have an unlimited amount of time to complete these assignments. But me, an idiot, spends all class doing crap on the computer instead of actually working. The only way I handed assignments in was by asking people for them and altering it slightly. All the assignments are due on June 21st. I was doing an assignment by myself on June 20th. When one of my friends sent me his. So I deleted mine and was copying it over to hand in. But then comes along sister to complain to entitled mother to ruin everything. My sister walked into my room and saw that I had nothing on my program. We worked on it for about an hour the night prior, and she started questioning me on where my text went. I made an excuse saying that I got angry because it wasn't working. In my defense, it actually wasn't though, and deleted it. It wasn't a very good excuse, but no one in my family knew that I copied from friends. Sister then gets angry and goes downstairs to tell entitled mother. I kind of hear the conversation and it goes something along the lines of, Sister, so OP didn't complete his assignment and deleted it after getting mad at it. Entitled mother, what? You two spent a few hours on it last night. It was an hour tops. It's fine. We're going to get it back and help him some more. Don't get mad. There's no need to go upstairs. Entitled mother stomping upstairs. What the F is wrong with you? I was just about to... You and your sister spent several hours on it last night and you just delete it? Entitled mother slaps me in the back of my head several times, then goes outside of my room and grabs a field hockey stick I left there a night before from practice. She sees my bookshelf where I keep all of my most valuable stuff and sweeps it all onto the floor and smashes the bookshelf repeatedly until most of my things are broken or destroyed. I just sit there in my chair in disbelief and in pain. I get up from my chair and into my bed as far away from her as possible. It's a bunk bed tucked in the corner, so I knew it was safer. After smacking everything as hard as possible, entitled mother then looks at me and shouts, I wish it was your head instead. She leaves the room and took my phone, and I just sit in my bed in shock about what just happened. I am now sitting in my corner holding a field hockey stick if she dares to come into my room again. Sorry if there are any holes in my story, as I am still in shock. Thanks for reading, and I will post again if something important happens. You're very welcome, OP, and I just feel like I need to say if any kid out there is listening to this, and you feel like you've been abused or something, you have to tell an adult. If you have any bruises, document that shit. I mean, there should be no reason why a kid has to go through this without somebody stepping in or informing an adult. Well guys, I'm going to end the video here. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button so I can see you next time.